What's good, YouTube? We back with another video, man. Let's get straight into it, man. My fault, y'all. I had something on my lip. But anyway, um, it's been a little minute since I posted. And honestly, man, I'm the type of person, to stay consistent. I was supposed to stay consistent for a whole year straight. Now, that wasn't one of my goals, but I thought that I was going to be able to do it, but I don't know what happened. I do, actually, I tell you that, I do know what happened. So, where have I been, man? Why haven't I been posting? Well, I'm not gonna lie, man. It's because of me, right? I had no actual legitimate reason or excuse as to why I stopped posting. It started being inconsistent. I just, kind of stopped, Now, there's a lot of reasons as to why I kind of stopped, right? I made this channel to document my self-improvement journey and stuff and talk about things, vent, So, honestly, man, I'm going to keep it real with y'all, man. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I'm not going to fake nothing. I'm not going to make it seem like it was this or that. Because, at the end of the day, I'm a human being just like anybody else. I make mistakes and stuff like that. So, I stopped being consistent because I fell into the same trap that I have been trying to escape from. Laziness, okay? And that laziness comes from lust. I'm not gonna lie, lust. I have been falling back into my old habits. I've been getting lustful lately again, and it's been hard for me, And like I said, I think I made a video about this, but it feels like I'm stuck in the loop, right? Where I do good for a while and then eventually I just fuck up and fall off, and then the cycle repeats, And generally I don't know how to stop that loop because it just feels like that's how it's gonna be forever, like I don't know how to permanently stop it. So until I do, I feel like that's the cycle for me, But I've been messing up. I've been getting more lustful again and stuff like that. I've been indulging in lust. And because of that, that has made me lazy, It's taken away my drive, my ambition to post videos, to post content, which post the content is what I want to do, but it takes away my ambition, So it's just like I just don't really, I hate it because this keeps happening to me, I can't never stay locked in, I'm always doing good for a while, then I'll fall off. But that's the reason, man. That's ultimately the reason. That's where I've been. As of right now, I've been kind of, I was looking for a place, apartment and stuff like that, but I got lazy, so I kind of stopped worrying about that for a while, So I don't know, man. It just feels like, whenever I indulge in lust and shit like that, that's where my laziness comes from. And then, I have no energy to do anything, and I start doom scrolling and shit and stuff like that. But to tell you the truth, man, becoming successful, man. Well, actually, I'm gonna make another video about this, maybe I have. I don't know. I make a lot of videos. I don't even look at my channel like that. But trying to become successful is one of the, like, it's not enjoyable, man. And I think that's another thing too. You know, like, don't get me wrong, I like posting content. I like trying to, going to the gym. I like taking care of myself. And I like, you know, stuff like that. Trying to learn about business, trying to make more money. But it just feels like I'm trapped. Okay, like it feels like I'm trapped because it's not something I always want to do. Like, I don't know. Like, even I get, and I think that's just what it is. Like, even on the days where I'm locked in, there's gonna be days where even when I'm not like lazy, I just don't feel like logging in that day. Because it's like it takes away my freedom. To really be able to enjoy life. Um, you know, and that's the truth about it. You can't have both, man. It's a trade-off. you know when you if you want to become successful, you have to put your all into becoming successful. You can't really afford to do anything else but work, which working is what we already do anyway. But the people that actually want to become successful, they have to put in more work because it takes more work to become successful, meaning that you're not gonna they're the ones that don't have any freedom. They're literally like slaves to success. It's like being a slave to success. You're basically sacrificing any freedom or free time that you want just to put in more work to become successful. Because think about it, right? You're always working. Think about what you like doing, okay? Think about what you like doing. You might like playing video games. You might like scrolling on social media. You might like hanging out with your friends or whatever like that. But if you want to become successful, you can't do all that stuff and try to become successful too. I'm telling you, can't. Because think about it. If you want to become successful, number one, you have to work, That meaning that you have to work long hours to make more money, because one of the main things of becoming successful is trying to make more money. And in order to make more money, guess what you got to do? You got to work more. You have to work more, meaning that obviously if you're not already working a job, you have to work a job and then, probably get another job or work and when on your off days work on your business. And the worst part about it is that majority of the time your business or your side hustle is not going to make you money right away. And I think that's what makes it worse, because you have to put in more work on your business or side hustle for longer periods of time than you would if you just had a regular job. See, when you first start working a job, you only need to work there for 2 weeks to finally get paid. But let's say you have a business, right? Your business is basically you creating your own job. It might take you 1 to 3 years minimum of consistent working on it, putting hours in it, researching, doing everything you need to do to finally actually make some profit off of it. And that's the truth about it, Like, make some decent profit off of it. Like, you could probably make money off of it in the first like couple months if you if you really stick at it. Because guys, back in 2024, I've done side hustles. I've done drop shipping, I've done reselling, I tried to do a clothing brand and stuff like that. Yeah, and those are the main three things I did, right? And I made money off of it. I actually made money reselling. I made money off of drop shipping, but those took a while. I had to keep putting in work for a while just to make it happen. And on top of that, I already had school. I was still in school. So, anyway, yeah, so I'm no like, nobody talks about, success, but becoming successful, but it's not enjoyable, man. You know? And going to the gym, I love going to the gym, but that's just another thing that takes your time away, Because even if you love the gym or you're passionate about the gym, it's gonna get to the point where you're just going like, you can't, like, the emotions towards success is going to change. That's why when it comes to becoming successful, you can't have no emotions towards it, because the hedonic adaptation is going to kick in. And I think I might have made a video. I did make a video. I made a video about it, right? Where you have something that you're working towards and you achieve it and you get that dopamine rush, the instant gratification. And then, but eventually it kind of resets. And now, you know what I mean? And now it's not as pleasurable no more. So now you have to find something else to work towards, So that's kind of what it is too. And that's why I say it feels like a trap. It feels like jail. It feels like it's like you're enslaved. Like I'm a slave to it. Because in order for me to become successful, I have to do it religiously. Like if I want to be a successful content creator, I have to do it religiously every single day. I have to put in more work now. And the thing about it is that it's gonna take me longer to finally see some results than if I were to just work a regular job, But in the long run, it will pay off because, hey, I can literally just make that my job and post videos and make money off of that. And yeah, But I could get more deeper into it, but I'm just gonna let y'all know, man, that it's been a lot that I've been thinking about, and that I've realized. So just know, man, that I'm back. Okay, I'm gonna post consistently again. I'm gonna try to post consistently for the rest of the year, and that's what I'm gonna do. That's my goal, to post consistently for the rest of the year. So yeah, man, that's where I've been, man. Consistent uploads back. Sean is back. So yeah, man, let's get it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, man. Like, comment, subscribe, man. And yes, y'all in the next one. Peace.